What if I told you, with a single click of a button, all of MX Bike's weird and wonky physics would be thrown out the window? All of the slow physics, the front tucks, the uphill physics, the floppiness, the weird jankiness of the game and its physics would be gone with a single click of a button. You probably wouldn't believe me, but it's true. It's true. You can get rid of it with a single click of a button, and I will show you how, and I will explain it in a bit. But before we get into that, let me tell you a little bit about myself and MX Bikes. I've been playing MX Bikes for 3,500 hours, a little over 3 years, and I have 2 NA ARL championships, and I have 2 EU ARL championships, as well as an MX Bikes of Nations gold medal and some lower level championships in the game, if you want to consider them that. Yes, I understand I need to touch grass. Yes, I know I have no life. But my point being is I'm trying to explain to you guys, I'm trying to imply that I hope I know a little bit about this game and the way it works. And I'm trying to say that I think I know what I'm talking about when it comes to this game and its physics. So, as you guys probably assumed, this video is about Lean Help Zero from the title. And Lean Help Zero has been a topic of conversation lately and a topic of controversy recently. And the reason why I'm making this video is because it looks like Lean Help Zero is going to be banned. Now, when I heard Lean Help Zero was going to be banned, I obviously was against it. So I DM'd Stone Rider and basically said, please don't ban Lean Help. It feels very good. And let me make a video on it. Let me explain my reasoning why, and that's what I'm doing now, is I'm making a video. And he basically said, don't waste your time. It's getting banned whether you like it or not. And I didn't really argue back because I kind of realized there's no point. So, instead, the person who's going to get it banned is not even Stone. He's just convincing Paboso. So, I decided to DM Paboso. So, I DM'd Paboso. I told him a little bit about myself to try and give myself some credibility, that I'm not just some random guy trying to not get Lean Help Zero banned. So I reached out to him, told him, please let me, make a video before you ban Lean Help Zero, and no response, which is all right. I mean, he's a busy guy, and he probably doesn't even know who I am or acknowledges me, but what I'm trying to show is I'm trying my best here. I'm trying to show you guys that I'm trying my best to not get this banned. Yes, the solution to all of your problems is about to be banned. Now, I know the best of both worlds. I have experienced both regular Lean Help and Lean Help Zero. I have 3,200 hours on regular Lean Help. I've won all my championships on regular Lean Help. I've only switched to Lean Help Zero at the end of last Supercross season. So, for about 8 months now, I've been on Lean Help Zero. And I can tell you from my experience, without a doubt, Lean Help Zero is better, and it is amazing, and it fixes so many issues. Now, you're probably wondering, what is Lean Help Zero? What does it do? How does it affect the game, the bike? Well, let me show you. All right, so what is Zero Lean Help, and what does it do exactly? Well, I will show you what Zero Lean Help does. Let me come over to here. When you lean, one of the things it does is it pops right back up. See how fast that pops back up? I'd say it's even greater than what would be equivalent to 100 direct lean. Look at this. Well, pop right back up. It pops back up so fast, in fact, that it can even make you crash at times. That's one thing Zero Lean Help does. The other thing Zero Lean Help does is it takes away any restriction that you have from leaning over. So, if you lean over right now on a berm, you can't do it on flat ground. So, if you're just playing on normal settings, right? Normal settings, and you lean over, you can probably lean over this far. I mean, you can hit the ground when you lean over normally, but where you can really feel it is in the berms. So if you come here on normal lean settings, you could probably lean that far. But on Lean Help Zero, it takes any restriction away from how far you can lean over. So for example, you can still lean all the way over in the berm. Once again, I will show you again. Let me find this berm again. I will show you one more time. Look, you can lean all the way over in this berm to the point where your bar drags and you just simply flop over. And yes, you can do that too on regular Lean Help, but I guarantee you cannot lean nearly as far. So those are two things that it does. So how does Lean Help Zero benefit the player? Well, once again, like I said, it takes away any leaning restrictions, so you can lean over as far as you'd like. So if a berm is 90 degrees, if a berm is that wall, let's say a berm is as vertical as that wall, and you had a berm going up to it, you could ride that wall. I guarantee you cannot get completely parallel with the ground on Lean Help 1. There's something holding you back. There's something restricting you with Lean Help 1, and well, that's because you're on Lean Help. Another benefit of Lean Help 0 and having that freedom of being able to lean over as far as you want and as quick as you want is being able to scrub faster and lower. So check out these scrubs here. Now, obviously, that is an over-exaggeration. You don't want to be scrubbing that hard or else you're going to be crashing every time you scrub the bike, right? But I wanted to show you how far you can lean over and how hard you can scrub these bikes on Lean Help 0. I'd say one of the biggest complaints about Lean Help 1, well, and these new OEMs in general, is you can't scrub. Lean Help 0 obviously fixes that problem. Look how low you can stay. Now, obviously, you're not going to stay that low and land it, right? But what I'm trying to show you is look how far you can lean over and how fast, specifically how fast you can lean over. Now, let me show you a more realistic example of what some of these scrubs could look like, because that is not what one of them would look like. So there you go. Let's check that out again in replay mode. Once again, leaning over. Not nearly as far as my first example, but as you can see, you stay still pretty dang low. I mean, that is very low that you can stay. And you get the bike out pretty far. It also, helps with whips. If you're into whips and big oppos, you can do really big whips, really big oppos. And the last benefit, but I think the most important benefit of Lean Help 0, going back to the freedom and the unrestriction, is it feels like you are no longer fighting the game. It feels like you're no longer fighting the physics, you're no longer fighting the game, no longer fighting the bike. It feels like you are free. It feels like you've taken the bumpers off and you're finally free to do what you want in this game. For example, E-Road, ruts. I have a little bit of E-Road here. I can ride around more as more ruts develop. But it seems like a lot of the jankiness in E-Road and in ruts, where you're getting these weird speed wobbles, goes away. That's a big one. Speed wobbles. They have completely gone out the window with Lean Help 0. You don't get any more speed wobbles. So, if you guys don't know what speed wobbles are, if you guys have not experienced them yet, it is where you come into a corner too fast, and you hit a rut too fast, and your bike does a little bit of this motion, right? Go back, forth, and you crash, or you just get really slow down in the corner because you have to save your bike from crashing. That completely goes away. Once again, getting the freedom to take a rut how it's supposed to be hit. Hit a rut how you'd like to hit it. Another thing that it fixes is front tucks. You don't get nearly as many front tucks. You still get, don't get me wrong, you still get plenty of front tucks. You still get front tucks. You still get weird, janky front end locks. Yes, you get it. But it is not where it's like, well, I don't know where that came from. I don't know how I got it. It is usually on you if you get a front tuck on Lean Help 0. You probably came into the corner too fast, leaned over too far, or did something wrong. You're never like, that's weird. That was the game's fault. That wasn't my fault. That was the game fault. And that's the point that I'm trying to make with Lean Help 0, is it comes down to, that was my fault, not the game's fault. You are no longer fighting the game. You are no longer fighting the physics. The only thing that's holding you back with Lean Help 0 is yourself, and it's not the game. And I think that is the most important part of having a competitive racing in a competitive game, is the fact that you're not going to be fighting the game. You don't get these weird physics where it's like, well, where did that come from? Why did I crash? I've hit that corner 1,000 times the same way, and this time I crashed. Why? You don't get that anymore with Lean Help 0. All you get is, man, that was my fault. I made the mistake. That was on me. That wasn't the bike. Or maybe it was the bike because it was a setup issue. You know what I mean? But it's no longer a game issue, and I think that's the most important part about Lean Help 0. So there you have it. That's what Lean Help 0 is. That's what it does. And that's most of what you need to know about Lean Help 0. So you're probably thinking to yourself, wow, Lean Help 0 sounds great. It sounds like it fixes a lot of issues. Sounds like it frees the game. So what is the problem? Why is it going to get banned? Well, it comes down to the scrubs. Recently, a video has come out where Hakan, the EU points leader in Supercross, has put out a hot lap. And I will show you guys this now. Actually, I already watched it, but let me rewatch it. So as you can see, there's the scrubs. Scrubs are gnarly. And he ran a 58.4. 58.4, really fast lap time, one of the fastest laps in the game. I'm going to mute this. He's talking some crazy language I don't even understand. I'm just kidding. But so as you can see, he's hauling. He's flying, man. All of this in the corners you can do with Lean Help 1. All of this in the whoops you can do with Lean Help 1. But what it really comes down to is in the air and the scrubs. That is the big difference maker. Well, in the corners you also don't get that weird and wonky physics, which is obviously a plus. But as you can see, he's flying. He's hitting some huge quads. I mean, every single rhythm section looks like he's quadding in, quadding out, going quad, quad, quad. And I think that is the main issue that Stone and Poboso are seeing. But I don't think it's a Lean Help 0 issue. You want to know why? Because he ran a 58.4. Let's go to his YouTube channel. When he heard Lean Help 0 was going to get banned, he decided to do another hot lap, this time on Lean Help 1. And look what he ran, a 58.9. Let's see the difference, though. There's an ad. I'll probably cut this part of the video. All right, so let's see the difference between Lean Help 1 and Lean Help 0. 5/10, by the way, in his difference. So obviously, not scrubbing as hard. But I guarantee you the corners and the whoops are the exact same, right? Having a lot more trouble scrubbing, the scrubs are slower. And that's where the majority of the time on Lean Help 0 comes into play. And I agree, the scrubs are a bit much. I 100% agree. But I think if we can find a balanced middle ground, that's where the bread and butter is. You know what I'm trying to say? But as you can see, the corners, the whoops, the rhythms are all the same. Let's see if he hits this big quad. He does hit the big quad. He does hit it. So it is not a Lean Help 0 issue. It is not even a bike issue, not even a game issue, not even a physics issue. What it is a tire issue. It is the new tires that they came out with recently, where you get a lot of traction, which I think the traction is great. I think the traction right now is perfect. But the problem comes from the drag. So you have two parts of the tires, right? You have the traction, how much traction you get, how much grip you get, and you have the drag. And the new tires seem to have no drag. And I think if they added more drag, where it slows the bike down, slows the speeds down, boom, there's your solution to all your problems. Now, it's probably a lot harder than that, and I'm probably talking out of my butt, but you get what I'm trying to get at. It's a tire issue, not a Lean Help 0 issue, not a bike issue, not even a track issue. It is a tire issue, in my opinion. So, there's the difference between Lean Help 1 and Lean Help 0. So, they're trying to get Lean Help 0 banned because of the scrubs. The scrubs are nasty. They're gnarly. I understand that. But I think the positives outweigh the negatives. When it fixes so many issues and it frees up the game and it unrestricts the player and all of the janky physics are fixed, how in the world could you think about banning this thing? I mean, it just makes sense. How long have you seen in the Discords and in the community and people making videos and complaining about the wonky physics, the slow physics, the front tucks? How long have you seen people complaining about this stuff? How long have you seen Poboso? For years, Poboso and the community and the OEM team have been trying to fix these messed up physics. Completely messed up physics, and they just cannot find a solution to the physics. Well, we got it. We found it. It's right in the files. All you had to do was change one thing, one click of a button, and all of it is fixed. And they want to take it away. I mean, what the heck is going on here? I mean, it just doesn't make sense. In my opinion, yes, I understand that the scrubs are a little bit broken. I get it. But it frees up and it fixes so many problems. How could you possibly want to change that? I don't get it. But I think, and in my opinion, Poboso should make it a feature of the game to turn Lean Help 0 on. That's what I think Poboso should do. The second solution I have would be to simply just not ban Lean Help 0. Will that probably happen? Probably not. But if they are going to ban Lean Help 0, which seems inevitable at this point, at least use this video as a stepping stone, as a way to see where the physics could be and where this game could go. Because Listen, Paboso. I don't know. I'm gonna send this video in your DMs. Listen, this is the solution to your problems. I mean, we found it. How long have you been trying to fix these physics? We found the solution. I mean, we found it. Maybe figure out how Lean Help Zero works and why it fixes so many of these issues, and point the game in that direction. I mean, if you gotta ban it, if you really need to ban it, then ban it, and but just point the game in that direction. So basically, that's all I gotta say. A long rant, a long talk. I don't upload very often, as you guys know, so you guys know when something means a lot to me, and I don't want to see this game take steps back, as it usually does. I want to see this game take steps forward and in the right direction. And hopefully this video helps Paboso. Hopefully this video helps the ARL team. And hopefully in a community-driven game, hopefully Paboso, you listen to the community. And thank you all for watching. See you guys next time. So, I just realized I forgot to show you guys how to actually switch on to Lean Help Zero. I'll show you guys now. And I implore you guys, if you guys haven't already, please try out Lean Help Zero. But there is a caveat. If you are a tapper, if you take your controller right here, right, and you tap it in the corners like this, you go tap, 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 tap around the corners, right? Then Lean Help Zero will never work for you because of how fast the bike stands back up. But if you're smooth on your sticks and you go boom like that, and you're nice and smooth like that, I implore you, take a day, take a week, and try out Lean Help Zero and get back to me and tell me it does not fix so many of this game's issues. I mean, it truly does. So anyways, go to your Paboso files, go to your MX Bikes files, go to your profiles, go to whatever your profile name is, and then go to your profile any. You want to click on it, then you want to go Control F, and you're going to type in Lean Help, find next, and we'll go down to here. This will say 1. Instead, you want to go backspace, go 0, and then you're going to want to go File, Save, exit out of that, and there you have it. So, boys, try that out. Try it out for a day, try it out for a week, and get back to me, and I promise you, a lot of your issues will go away. Please, Stone Rider, please, Paboso, watch this video. Don't ban Zero Lean Help. Yeah, thanks for watching to the end. 2 endings on this one. Bye.